Hi, I'm Kate from Stretch Pilates, and I'm going to take you through a few stretches that you can do at the end of your workout routine, or if you're just feeling quite stiff and you would like to stretch. We're going to start with a roll down. Inhale, exhale, chin to chest, curl slowly down. Imagine that you're peeling yourself away from a wall behind you. Try not to push your hips back too much. Obviously, they will move back a little bit. At the bottom there, relax your head, neck, shoulders, and hands. Inhale to prepare. Exhale, pull your belly button to your spine and gently roll up, restacking your spine on top of your hips. Shoulders come back and head's the last thing to come up. Let's go again. Inhale, exhale, chin to chest, curl forwards. Make sure that you relax your head, neck, and shoulders, and arms and hands. Inhale, exhale, scoop your abdominals and restack. Shoulders back and down, and head to come up. Nice. Interlace your hands behind your head, elbows in peripheral view. You're just going to inhale over to your right. A nice side stretch. Make sure you keep your hips, knees, and toes facing forwards. And exhale back up to the start. And inhale over to the left. Try and keep pushing that elbow, that top elbow back. It'll intensify the stretch. And come back to the center. Then we are going to sit on the floor. Cross your legs. Place your right hand next to your right hip bone and lift your left over. You can go down onto your forearm if it's comfortable. Make sure that you keep your opposite hip bone grounded on the mat. Nice side stretch. Keep that elbow back. All of these stretches you hold for about 15 seconds, and if you need to do them a few times, that's absolutely fine. Keeping that elbow back. And come back up to sitting. Place your left hand on your right knee. Right hand goes back behind you for a nice twist. And look towards your hand at the back. Sitting up nice and tall. Keep your spine as straight as you can. And then back to center, we go to the other side. So right hand on left knee, left hand behind you. And look at that left hand. Sit up nice and tall. Don't sink into your shoulders. And come back to the center. You're going to straighten out your right leg, bend your left foot into your right thigh. If this places pressure on your left knee, then just move your leg a bit further forward. You're going to move your upper body to face those feet or those toes. Flex that foot. Inhale, reach your arms to the ceiling, and exhale, fold forwards. Grab onto wherever is comfortable, so your calf, your ankles, or your feet. And then slowly come up. Place the same hand as your legs, so your right hand, forearm on the ground, if you can get your whole forearm down, and then you're going to lift at the back. So bring your back hand over your head. And come back to sitting. We go on to the other side. Right foot into your left thigh. Face your right toes. Arms up to the ceiling. Inhale and exhale. Reach forwards and hold on wherever is comfortable for you. Should feel a nice stretch in your hamstring as well as your calf. If you pull your toes further towards your shin, then you'll be able to feel it more in your calf. Then gently come up. Left hand goes next to your left leg. Bring your right arm around for a nice lower back stretch and a side stretch. Rest your ear on your shoulder. So relaxing your neck. And come back up to sitting. Place the soles of your feet together. Encourage your knees towards the mat. And then you can reach your hands forwards for a nice additional stretch. And then using your hands, come back up to seated. Place your left leg straight in front of you. Right leg crosses over above your left knee. Place your left elbow around your right knee and pull your right knee into your left shoulder. Should feel a nice stretch here. And we swap over to the other side. Right leg straight, left knee over. Put your right elbow around your left knee and pull it to your right armpit. We're going to do a figure of 4 stretch, so lie down onto your back. I suggest getting there nice and slowly. Hold onto the backs of your legs. Pull your belly button to your spine and round your lower back. So try and make sure that your lower back touches the mat first, then your middle back, then your upper back, then your shoulders, and lastly your head. You're going to place your right foot above your left knee. Right hand goes through the gap. Left hand goes around and you grab onto your hamstrings just behind your knee. Encourage your tailbone to the mat and push your right knee away from you. Should feel a nice stretch there. This is called the figure of 4 stretch, and it's a good stretch for your piriformis muscle. Then you swap over to the other side, so left foot comes above right knee, left hand through the gap, right hand around. Push that tailbone down to the mat and push your left knee away from you. With all stretches, it's good to have a nice deep and slow breathing pattern, and try and send your breath to any parts that are tight in your body. Okay, you're going to untwist your legs, cross your right leg over your left, and just slowly put your knees onto the one side. It's a nice lower back stretch. Using your abdominals, bring your knees back up to the center, over to the left. You can place your arms in a T position so they're out the way. Using your abdominals, come back to center, and we swap over. Then go back over to the right. Keeping that opposite shoulder on the mat. Using your abdominals, come back to center. Flop your knees over to the left. Keeping that right shoulder grounded. Using your abdominals, back to center. Another nice back stretch. So if you straighten your left leg on the mat, point those toes, and then you lift the right knee up to tabletop. Grab your left hand over your right knee and pull it over to the one side, and your head looks at your other hand. Using your abdominals, leg comes back to the center. We swap over to the other side. So right leg lengthens along the mat. Left leg lifts into tabletop. Use your right hand to pull your knee across and look at your opposite hand, your left hand. Using your abs, bring your leg back to the center. Lengthen your legs along the mat. Raise your right knee up to tabletop and stretch that leg to the ceiling. Flex your foot. Try and keep that knee straight. Try and keep your left leg along the mat. If you're really struggling and can't, then you can bend your left knee and place your feet flat on the mat. Pull your toes towards your nose. You should feel a nice hamstring stretch. And then if you pull your toes towards your shin and you push your heel away to the ceiling, you'll feel it more in your calves. You can also point and flex your foot. And then try and pull it even closer to you. And then replace that back down. Other leg comes up, straight to the ceiling. Hands go around your hamstrings. Flex that foot, pull your toes to your nose. Pull your toes towards your shin, push your heel away to the ceiling. Point and flex that foot. And then bring it to flex and stop. Try and pull it even closer, toes to your nose. And then replace it back down. To get up, let's do a roll up. So arms straight back behind you. Keep your ribs connected to the mat. Point your toes. Glue your inner thighs together. You're going to inhale, raise your palms to the ceiling. Nod your head. Hands come alongside your thighs. And you can exhale and curl all the way up into a big capital C shape. We're going to do a pigeon stretch. So right foot bent at the top of the mat. Make sure that you square off your hips. And if you can, go further down from here, resting on your forearms. You should feel a nice stretch here. Make sure that your hips are still facing the mat. Facing forward, sorry. Okay, then we're going to switch over to the other side. So come back up onto your hands. Push this leg back. Go into a pike position or a down dog. Encourage your heels to the mat. You can pedal out your heels as well. And then you bring your left foot forward. right leg straight back behind you, and if you have the range, you can go down onto your forearms. And then come up onto your hands again, push your leg back, go into a 4-point kneeling position. So hands are under your shoulders, knees are under your hips. We're going to do a shoulder stretch, so you're going to start by raising your left hand up to the ceiling for a nice rotational stretch, and then thread the needle through and place your right hand further in front of you. Aiming for the ceiling. Come up using your hand, back onto your hands under your shoulders, raise the right hand up to the ceiling for a nice twist, and then thread it through onto your shoulder, place your right hand forward. Try and push your shins into the mat. Use that hand to come back up into a 4-point kneeling position. We're going to do a cat stretch. So inhale, exhale, tuck your tail and round your shoulders. Push away from your hands. Push your shins into the mat. And back to neutral. Exhale again, tuck your tail around your upper back, tuck your chin, and back. We'll do one more. Exhale, tuck your tail, push away from your hands. And back to neutral. You're going to place your right foot in front of you on the mat, left knee quite a bit back behind. Come up and push your hip bones forwards and your chest upright. Should feel a nice hip stretch, hip flexor stretch. Okay, and then we swap over to the other leg. Push those hips forwards, push your chest up. Should feel a nice stretch here. And there you go. Enjoy stretching.